Preparing live stream. The host has started broadcasting the meeting on YouTube. Meeting. Zoom window. Go live button.
Okay. Give me a second because I know I have to.
Just go with it. YouTube web content unmute and got it button. More. You can now pin the message to the top of your live chat for viewers to read. Click any message to click got it button.
Okay.
Empty. Zoom.us. Safari. Just go with it. YouTube.
Yeah,
empty,
and I
send,
need you
Zoom
to
button.
go back up to.
0/200. Send. 0. Create a poll. Custom emote. Say something.
I don't want to be in the chat, to be honest with you.
Link. Welcome to live chat. Adding level 2 to your welcome to live chat. Remember to guard no privacy.
Yeah.
Next, shift plus unmute and. Next, shift unmute and.
Okay.
Next, shift plus L. Pause.
It seems like I'm muted on YouTube, which is good because when I did the trial, it did not mute me, which meant that I was talking to myself.
Shift plus N.
All right.
Zoom meeting.
Cool. I think I have that going. I actually did a private video and I can't find it to see if I did a sound check or anything. So I don't even know what microphone YouTube is listening to, but I don't know. Welcome to, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing at life, episode 4,320. Okay, because I've been 43 for 20 days. So hopefully this works. Hopefully I did a magical thing. And yeah, if not. Okay. Are you done? Voiceover. All right, thanks. So welcome to the Divinely You podcast, as well as Sarah Divinely You on YouTube. If this does not stream well or upload or whatever to YouTube, then I will do magical things to upload it to YouTube later. But I decided I've been wanting to stream to YouTube for a while just because larger audience, a lot of people are getting off of Facebook, rightfully so. But I got hung up in settings and couldn't figure it out. And I literally figured it out 2 days ago, what I needed to do for YouTube. So sometimes it's simpler than we think it is. And anyway, okay. So first of all, I just want to say, I got my smoky quartz. I got my citrine wand, clearing my space out, and my arbor vitae. This has become my favorite grounding oil. Because I'm like, oh my God, I hope this works. And I'm terrified. And I hope they don't think I'm stupid and all of the things. So if you're watching, I'm not watching the video or the chat. So I wouldn't even put anything in the chat. Comment later if you want, or DM me or whatever. Okay. So Wednesdays. And there's a lot in my head to talk about with everything. And all of that. And thanks for watching the accessibility video yesterday. That one seems to have really helped out a lot of people. I got some comments from some feedback from a Facebook group that really appreciated that content. So I'm going to keep doing those videos for you guys. And then also got some feedback on astrology and tarot. I don't do tarot. I have tarot cards, but I don't usually, I don't use them very often. I watch people who do tarot, but even that's fairly limited. I'm not so much into tarot as much as I am astrology, energy, and things like that. To me, that's just more aligning. There's nothing wrong with tarot with the right tarot reader. Okay. And by that, I mean, it's kind of like Reiki. If you're going to use those types of services, no judgment, but find people who are willing to follow up with you, because that kind of shit digs up shit in you. And it's a process. It's not just like you're going to get a tarot reading and fall in love the next day. I mean, okay, it could happen. I'm not saying that it won't, but I'm saying that especially when you have a Reiki session or tarot reading, like stuff comes up energetically. Get yourself a person who knows how to do the tarot, do the Reiki, but also will follow up with you and be like, hey, did anything come up? Do you need to talk about anything? Like continuing to be that container. That's just my opinion. Like I don't know. I just feel like whenever I do this work, inner work, it's always about like supporting. And so there's never just like a one time and done situation. You're you being available to be supportive on the other side of the actual service, to me, is probably more important than the actual service. So if I give somebody Reiki, then I'm going to come back and make sure that they are okay. Are they, what came up? Are they processing through anything? All of the things, right? Because I've gone like 48 hours after Reiki and been like, oh shit, like storms of stuff comes up, and I got to contact my Reiki person and be like, hey, okay, so I need to talk about this now. So that's that. So I did like have some conversations with someone who was trying to say Reiki or tarot and astrology are the same thing. They're not. They're very different languages and all of that. So, okay. So for those of you who are new to me, if you're following on the Divinely You podcast, thank you. If you're following on YouTube, bless you. I am a one-to-one well-being leadership coach. So I literally support you in self-care and learning that self-care is your key to like being the leader of your life. I'm a huge fan of, in fact, I was actually listening to some Andy Frisella earlier today. But I'm a huge fan of discipline leadership with my own version of things, because yes, we should be disciplined and we got to take care of our emotional well-being. So there's that. But my general concept is that honoring yourself and your well-being is actually what will create you into being a leader of your life. Obviously, I do Reiki virtually and in person. I'm a writer and an author. You can catch my writing on Patreon, link in the thing below. You can also donate. My PayPal link is below. You can donate to the publication of my book through Hearts Unleashed House Publishing. What else? I want to talk about so many other things than myself today, and I'm kind of wanting to stay focused on the actual topic and not trail off onto whatever the fuck else I could talk about today. But there's a lot of things coming up. I know for just a lot of people, I can really feel that energetically. I'm very much empathic and intuitive. So I mentioned it in yesterday's video and podcast. If you are interested in like a supportive group, to talk about things that people might find weird or strange or you're crazy, I won't think you're crazy, I promise, because if you've got it to talk about, then I've probably thought about it. But if you're interested in that sort of a supportive container, please let me know, comments or otherwise. So this was basically just, I'm glad I did this on a Wednesday because this is a generic topic that I can kind of just talk about and ramble about. To try doing this YouTube streaming thing. I kind of hope this video uploads. I don't know. I don't know. And it's weird because Facebook makes it, I don't know, Facebook doesn't make it any less weird. I guess I was just comfortable with Facebook and I should know better by now. Anyway, so what else do I want to say about me? I don't know. I appreciate like all of the followers and subscribers and viewers and everything. I've been following all of my analytics kind of loosely. I know there's a lot of people, like, I think I am going to go down this road. I do want to talk about this. There's a lot of people experiencing a lot of emotions and a lot of very uncomfortable emotional spaces. And I feel that and I see it with like everyone that I'm coming in contact with, that, and if people are resisting it, it's almost like it's coming up even harder. And the universe has this way of like, when you don't want to deal with something, it eventually gets you to the point where you have to deal with it. Like it bangs you over the head. I just pictured like Bam Bam from the Flintstones and how he like banged his whatever it was. But anyway, but like seriously though, it gets to the point where you have to release the shit out of these emotions. And we're kind of all at that point right now where like it's all bubbling up and coming out. And if you don't release it or don't like at least accept that it's a part, that it's there to be released, like it's getting to, I feel like it's hurting people to hold on to it. So energetically speaking, if you're like constipated or your digestive system's acting up, if you have indigestion, all of those things, because there's so much like solar plexus, like personal power energy that we're processing. And in order to like, I feel like emotional processing is like how you regain your power, sort of. So I don't know. There's a lot, but it's just a lot of energy that's coming up right now, leading up to, I was just listening to Tamara Jean Life on Instagram. She was talking about how it's all leading up to the equinox. And we just had that powerful Pisces new moon last week, which is a water moon, which is very emotional, which could be why I'm so scattery. Because I know I'm diving into a lot of uncomfortable, stretchy spaces, which is what I said I wanted for 2022, but it's seriously like uncomfortable as fuck. like, oh my God. You know, and I'm coming up on like 2 years of being a nomad, and I really like didn't even intend to be, I didn't even set, I don't know. I actually met another nomad on my trip back from Dallas, and we were both like talking about what nomad life does for you. And then we were both kind of like, nomad life, you don't choose nomad life. Nomad life chooses you, because there's lessons that you have to learn along the journey of being a nomad. There's just shit you got to learn. And the only way to learn it is to uproot yourself and make yourself super uncomfortable. And like metaphorically speaking, that's where we all are right now. Is like we went through 2020 and it was super disruptive intentionally, right? For all the people who did not choose disruption prior to 2020, like me. I uprooted my life in like 2010. And again in 2019. But like, okay, so 2020 happened and we all got disrupted. And 2021 happened and the disruption didn't go away. And here we are in 2022. And now it's like, keep getting uncomfortable, because unfortunately, that's kind of just the space we're in. Like we have to keep getting uncomfortable and stretching and expanding where we are. And it just requires going through these icky processes of being uncomfortable and feeling like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm like walking through molasses in January. It's like, but then I'm like, just release whatever is restraining me from wanting to do the thing and just do the damn thing, right? Like it's effortless when you let it go. And so I feel you wherever you are in this path, because it is definitely not easy for anyone. I mean, some of us have, like I said, some of us have been disrupted for years, but other people, like you all didn't want to be disrupted, but the universe is choosing for you to be disrupted. And that's just the space that we're all in collectively as humanity. So if any of this resonated with you and you feel me and you're like, damn girl, you're uncomfortable and you're still coming on here talking about energetic and intuitive shit. Yep. Yes, I am. That is how I roll in life. I have gotten to the point of self-acceptance level expert. Like I'm just, okay, just do it. Just do the thing. So there's not any figuring it out. There's no, how's it going to go? There's just follow what's aligning, what shows up. You know, when I did the Texas trip, like people were just like, oh my God, you keep getting opportunities. No, I don't keep getting them. I take them however they show up. So I didn't know Dallas was on the agenda. Actually, I don't really know what any of the travel locations, destinations are for 2022. I just thought I was going to travel 2 times a year or 2 times per quarter throughout the year. I'm actually looking to stay in the local Phoenix area and go to just a different place, right? Like go to someone else's house and do work. That's literally what it is, right? Like it doesn't have to mean a trip like fly or bus. It just means I can like go across town and travel, right? There's no fucking rules. So I don't know what destinations. I hope SoCal's back on there because I could go back to the ocean any damn time. But I don't know. I don't know what's on the agenda. I just go with what aligns and surrender to the process that's been created for me. And if it aligns, it aligns. And if it doesn't align, I don't do it. I say, no, that's not going to work. Same thing with dating. I am now to the point where I can literally know in 5, 6 back and forth with a guy, like, this ain't gonna work. We can be friends, but this ain't gonna work. Or like the conversation dies out. If he's like a sit on his ass and watch movies and TV, we are definitely not gonna work. Not gonna happen. It's not gonna work because I do not do that. So it's all about alignment, and there's no real figuring it out. There's just go with it. So if any of I'm gonna stop rambling because I feel like I'm just rambling to ramble at this point. But if any of this resonated and you're looking to be supported, I'm here for you. I want to talk to you. I want to be there for you and support you through this. I want to say upset, but I don't feel like it's an upset, but I know to a lot of people it is an upset. So if you are interested in getting some one-to-one support around whatever's coming up for you from this discussion, please DM me or contact me, sewcoaching@gmail.com. It's the link is in the box below and all that. So thank you for being patient. Thanks for supporting me. Thank you for loving me from afar. I appreciate it. Again, welcome to, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm going to show up and do it anyway, because that's what I do. So there is fear. I'm terrified. Like, what if I just recorded this whole video and it doesn't upload and nobody watches it? That's not what's going to happen, but, but I'm going to face fear and go through to the other side, because there's probably something magical. That's kind of what 2020 has been from 2020. 2022 has been for me thus far, is every time I crash through fear, like there's always some magical shit on the other side. So take that for what it's worth. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day. Let's see, how am I gonna stop everything? We'll do this first.